Imagine this. If all of China's electric bicycles were lined up end to end, they would circle the Earth's equator approximately 90 times. This figure comes from China's fleet of over 350 million electric vehicles. Roughly 1 in every 4 Chinese people owns an electric bike. China has a population of 1.4 billion, while the United States has 330 million. But what about car ownership? China has approximately 340 million vehicles, while the US has about 290 million. At first glance, China appears to have more, but the devil is in the details. China has about 240 vehicles per 1,000 people, compared to 880 in the United States. What does this mean? In America, basically every adult has a car. In China, approximately 1 billion people don't own a car. But do these 1 billion people not need transportation? Don't they need to get to work, buy groceries, pick up their children, see doctors, or visit friends? Of course they do. This is the reason electric bicycles exist. They fill an enormous transportation void that affects the daily lives of hundreds of millions of people. If you stand outside any subway station in a major Chinese city in the morning, you'll witness a spectacular scene, hundreds of electric bikes surging in like a tidal wave. These people might be white-collar workers, nurses, or parents who just dropped their kids at school. What do they have in common? Monthly incomes probably ranging from $400 to $1,100. For them, buying a car is an unattainable dream. A food delivery rider explained, "I earn $1,100 a month, but buy a car. The down payment alone is $4,200, plus monthly payments, gas, insurance, and parking at least $280 a month. How would I make any money?" His electric bike cost $490, with monthly charging fees under $3. China has over 7 million courier and food delivery riders whose work depends entirely on electric bikes. There are countless retirees riding them to buy groceries, young mothers transporting children to school. These scenes play out daily on China's streets, not romantic, even a bit rough, but this is real urban Chinese life. If you ask a Chinese electric bike owner why they chose it, they'll give you one simple reason. It just makes sense. A new electric bike costs about the same as a good smartphone, a tiny fraction of even the cheapest car. In the US, the same bike would easily cost 5 to 10 times more. Running costs? Almost nothing. Charging it at home costs pennies and takes you dozens of kilometers. Most riders spend less on electricity in a whole month than they would on one tank of gas, sometimes less than a single cup of coffee. But the biggest advantage isn't even the price. It's how practical they are in real life. You can park anywhere right outside the office, beside a shop, or just carry it upstairs in the elevator. In heavy traffic, electric bikes are usually faster than cars, slipping through gridlock on wide bike lanes that still cover most cities. They perfectly solve the last mile, ride to the subway, hop off the train, ride the final stretch home. No license needed, no insurance, no parking fees, no traffic bans. From age 16, anyone can ride one legally. For hundreds of millions of ordinary people who can't or don't want a car, the electric bike isn't just cheap transport, it's daily freedom. And yes, it's much kinder to the planet than driving. In China, the electric bike isn't a trend. It's the people's car. Every coin has two sides. If you've ever driven in China, you felt that sudden chill. A silent electric bike shoots out from the blind spot and blows straight through a red light. Red light? Optional. Wrong direction? Shortcut. Car lane faster than the bike lane. Most riders treat traffic rules as gentle suggestions. Enforcement is a fantasy. Thousands pour through every intersection, many with no plates or fake ones. If something happens, they vanish in seconds. There's a twisted logic. I'm the vulnerable one. If a car hits me, the car takes the blame. The law does protect the weaker party, and some riders stretch that protection into a license to do whatever they want. By regulation, electric bikes are capped at 25 kilometers per hour, Walk down any street and you'll see delivery riders doing 60, 70, even 80 kilometers per hour. Removing the speed limiter costs almost nothing at any repair shop. Delivery platforms keep slashing time limits. If you have to cover 5 kilometers in half an hour, you either speed or starve. One late order, money is deducted. The algorithm doesn't break for anyone. The result is grim. Electric bike accidents have become one of the top causes of traffic deaths and serious injuries in Chinese cities. When a rider gets hit, there's no steel cage to save them. Most refuse to wear helmets. Too hot! Messes up my hair. Then there are the fires. Cheaper fake lithium batteries explode when overcharged or punctured. People wheel bikes into hallways and bedrooms, string long extension cords from upper floor windows, or charge dozens in a single corridor. One spark at night and the smoke traps entire families upstairs. Sidewalks vanish under parked bikes. Fire escapes get blocked. Charging cables dangle from high-rises like jungle vines. The same two-wheeled miracle that gives millions of ordinary Chinese freedom and a livelihood has also turned into a daily source of chaos, injury, and sometimes tragedy. China's electric bike love story is still going strong, but the dark side is now impossible to ignore. With all these problems, should e-bikes be banned? Reality isn't that simple. The 350 million e-bikes represent essential needs for hundreds of millions of people. These people don't avoid subways or cars by choice. Subways don't reach their doorsteps, and cars are unaffordable. For ordinary wage earners making $400 or $500 monthly, e-bikes are the only motorized transportation they can afford. The key question is, how do we preserve e-bikes' convenience while curbing the chaos and danger? This requires wisdom, technology, and time. Stricter production standards, more effective enforcement, built-in speed-limiting chips, electronic license plate systems, comprehensive charging infrastructure, systematic safety education, these are all possible directions. The wild growth of e-bikes in China is both inevitable development and regulatory lag. They've given hundreds of millions of people transportation freedom, while presenting unprecedented challenges for urban governance. This quiet revolution continues, and we're still figuring out how to coexist with these 350 million iron steeds. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy this, hit the subscribe button and the bell.